Hey guys, welcome to WaRpTV, where we help you get good and maybe take some scalps. We got ourselves a Team Wars review for week 34, 2025. This is the Dart Leanne week. We have a couple of matches here for you, actually 3. So it might be a longer video, but I hope that these are helpful for you guys. And if they are, please leave a like, comment, share with all your boys and girls. It's a lot of work, a lot of extra video to be doing every week, so of course I'm doing it for you. And yeah, so here we go, bros. First up here we have myself versus somebody from Pirates. It's a Namblings. This is the guy had levels, and I thought it was a pretty good match to kind of show to show when somebody plays scuzzlebutt on you. Because some people, they get a little thrown, right? So let's see if I can help clear that up for you guys. All right, you see the deck. These guys went what Dead Whales went. Pretty much, yeah, card for card. So you guys know my thoughts. The video is still in from earlier this week. So my hand, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. Now, Master starts at behind his new kid with a Space Warrior, and we're gonna match that with WaRpTV because it's pretty much the best thing in our hand that we would want to get rid of. Now we know that by starting a tank, he's going to try and back up and try to overwhelm it and that kind of deal, right? And we know that just from his second move, right? He starts off with Space Warrior. He's going to hit the charge, but he also has Gunslinger Kyle. So you know he's going to try and put a bunch of DPS out there. We're now at mid, so let's see what happens. So he hits me. I also mull over the Gunslinger, but I elect not to do it because I don't have the cards in my hand that I would want to DPS with, guys. So if I had more range, if I had more, like if the push was maybe closer to my side of the field in new kid range, I would have been a little more comfortable playing Gunslinger. But in this situation, not necessary. Remember, it could be very, very good defensively. It does plus 143 to everything, including your new kid. So let's see. So you see that 143, he kind of brings out his push a little premature though. Now you see, you can go back to my thoughts on not Gunslinger, but Monkey versus CKI. Now you see what's going to happen here on the top right. He puts out he puts out that CKI, and remember, you need setup for CKI, right? So look at what happens right here. You know, it's just Monkey has a bigger attack, especially at 7. It hits so hard and fast. Now look what's happening over here. Our WaRpTV is gonna die in his range, just like his ranges area, and we do now have Gunslinger, and we start Som as well. But he also played Scuzz, and this move for whatever reason, guys, is like, it's throwing a lot of people. So like I said, I wanted to cover this match just because of that. Now it was throwing people that were asking questions whether it was played correctly. In my opinion, this wasn't really played correctly. What he thought he was doing was defending his range by putting a tank in front. And if he was going to do that, it should have been a little lower. But let's keep going here. So you see we take care of one. Now, we have our Gunslinger charge ready. We have Som charge ready. We almost have Space Warrior ready. Look at the health on the second bar there. So we're going to wait. We get poison. We're just gonna buff everything here. I got Robin on my Som, and we're going to combo the extra damage from the charge and Gunslinger at the same time. Now look what happens to that health when you manage to do that, bros. There you go, down to 106 health. Now, notice that I'm not really going after that Scuzz. And it's just like, why would I, right? Because we found the opening elsewhere. He played a tank mid, not in the right spot. That's a lot of energy to deal with also, right? It's a 6-cost card and it takes a while to die. So we can focus elsewhere because we know that he's not going to get 6-cost value for that card immediately, right? So this is a very risky play. If your team chose Scuzzle, you gotta sort of like remember that. So if you can't get value from him killing stuff or even buffing your units right off, you have to get value from the delay. So if you're gonna play a card like Scuzz, bro, give up the push, do a hard reset, and play behind your new kid. So here we go. Let's see how this turns out. So we go ahead and we just damage everything here. He plays Inuit on my Psalm, takes care of it, of course. And by then, he didn't have enough energy to get the Scuzzle buff. So you want to get up to 3, right? Well, how can you do that if you couldn't keep up? You didn't slow yourself down. You were short on energy the minute that you played Scuzz in the wrong spot. You didn't give yourself enough time to recharge. None of that, bro. So yeah, it's just like think about when and why your opponent played Scuzz, and as soon as he did that, if you go back and watch the video, you could see that I just start playing low because I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go around this. It's not really threatening. We're good. So there it is. He pretty much gave it up there. GG to the bro. There's that. So we have that was a gold match. Let's go over to regards. And this is memes is on memes is like what, 1900 or something like that. Regards went the same deck, so that was good. That's good for me because I knew how to play the deck. Yeah, so 1920 elo versus somebody that's 6k. So let's see what happens here. And I have a very I have a good reason for showing you this as well. So let's run through that. All right. So I want to make a note about Santa Claus in your hand as well, bros. Yeah, I play Barbrady. Now, Santa Claus in this hand, in this starting hand, let's go back just a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So I think some of the more experienced players will tell you exactly why I wouldn't want to play that. You just simply don't have charging units, bro. You're gonna play a 5-cost Santa behind your new kid, even if you play it correctly. But what are you doing with it? You're not doing anything with it, right? So the better choice, if you want to slow yourself down, based on a hand like this, bro, just play Barbrady because you have no charging units. Yeah, let's go. So there you go. And you see that the opponent plays Classy. Classy was against Leanne, right? Yes, 100%. So, if you remember the explanations video, the choices video, you hear me say that I'm a big fan of Classy, and I mean, bro, I really am. But this guy plays this Classy in a way that would beat somebody that did not know how to play this deck. And I was just a little proud of myself for being able to handle it the way I did. So here we go. So we played Barbrady into Classy. We're gonna be on our side of the field, or more so towards mid. Again, Okay, so he backs it up with Space Warrior, so we want to take care of his support, right, bros? We don't target the Classy. We already know that if we get her low enough, she's gonna stun, and that's gonna be kind of a problem for me here in a second. So we play Monkey into Space Warrior because we have a tank going, and then we make sure that our Monkey can sort of survive. So we hit him with that health. Now here's our poison into the back line. It could have messed me up if he had Purify, but for some reason he doesn't use it. So there's Classy. She's stunned. The Robin actually made it to where she had 2 stuns, and that's how you play. That's how you play the Classy, bro. So if you look, this is kind of well played. The Santa though is where you lose me, because the Santa, you didn't really need to do the Santa. That's too much energy for what's happening here. I mean, I got Monkey and then I have DPS, and you're about to get hit with Barb Brady Blast as well. So here we go. We got Barb Brady damage here. We take care of one of the range. We do our micro. We put something in front of our range to keep the DPS going. He elects here to Dar his Santa, and I remember I said, you really sort of want to, that's like your least priority this week to Dar, guys, Santa. So your first priority would be Leanne. Second priority is a mix between Psalm and Barb Brady, depending on the situation, right? So either of those could be your second choice. And then your third, your least priority, and just in my opinion, is going to be Santa if you have to do it. Now, me seeing he spends 4 energy at mid, okay, we're going to give him that spot. We don't want to stay at mid because he has his Dar in the back that I can't reach. So I want to make sure, I want to give it up right there, and I want to do a partial reset on our side of the field because we have Gunslinger, we have Psalm, we have Leanne, we have all kinds of stuff that we can do to him now, right? So we're not adding more. And I thought about it here, and I was like, nah, let's do a reset. Let's have him walk towards us so we get the positional advantage. Now here, bro just straight up forgot that it was the Leanne week. So guess what? Throw that in. There it is. We were very conservative with our energy, so we're also going to be able to play Dar, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Now this is a base level Dar, and if you remember, Dar has it increases range based on levels. The only safe position I gave you guys, there's 2. The only safe positions I gave you guys was 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So right now we're gonna do a 12 o'clock straight up vertical Dar Leanne, right? So you're gonna see this in action. I'm not bullshitting you. This is legit what you should be doing. So we go ahead as far as possible away. Now that almost messes up because the Leanne, remember the distance is still a factor because you have a base level Dar, so you kind of end up very close, but it's still possible. It's still very doable. Now she almost walked back in because there was a unit there for her to attack, so the aggro kind of called to her. So we got the important units out of the way, and we have a new Leanne for the op to deal with. So here we are. We have a very strong push. We have less than a bar left, but we're walking into him now. And this is going to be very tough for him to deal with because he is very low on energy, because we dealt with him better than he dealt with us. Now he gave us a little more value for that Dar. 3 energy into that, boom. And we go ahead and we just start it up. We don't want to get any chip because there's danger of different chips, right? So here we are. That Classy's back. I'm gonna let that Classy hit my tank and then deal with that, because in that particular situation, it's not Scuzz that we want to target, and it turns Classy into the supporting unit to Scuzz. So we want to get rid of that before we even mess with Scuzz, right? So there it is. He's trying to pull that. He's trying to pull that again, but his Classy was too low. His Classy was too low. It didn't reset the stun from Robin, right? So there it is. This here, I kind of wanted to get more value from my Inuit and Monkey and all that, so we really broke his Scuzz down. And here we go. We see the damage, we see the push coming in, so we just hard reset. We're not putting stuff at mid. We want to make sure that we can target his stuff. Positional advantage, guys. And this guy did not have base levels in some cards, right? Oh, there you go. Yeah, so Psalm 2. Psalm 2, I think his Scuzz was 4 also. I might be tripping, but yeah. And then I just kind of, yeah, then you just freeze that. No big deal. Boom, that's a W. And I laugh because I should not have won that game. But there you go. GG to the bro. All in good fun, right? All right. So we have one more game here. We got a submission for just kind of some help. We got a bro. Orpheus. If I'm butchering that, my bad. I don't know. Our bro Orf. We're gonna say Orf from Dead Whales. Great player. This week trips people up, and I get it. I totally get it. So we have ourselves an L to look over and kind of help out and see if we can't figure out what the problem is. Now, I haven't seen this yet, so we're gonna watch it fresh. Let's see what's up. So you see the deck. Deck is nice. So let's look at the starting hand here. So based on this hand, I would personally wait a second to see what the opponent does. We can go to Space Warrior. We could go to Monkey down mid. Space Warrior top left. Just depends on what the opponent does, right, bros? So let's see what you do. Okay. All right, so we got a Scuzz. We got Scuzz, yeah. So good. Yeah, just Leanne into Scuzz. And then he does Santa low. And you also go Santa low as well. Now, if you go Santa, this is one of those mistakes that we talked about earlier in the video, right? You don't have a push that you can get value from your Santa play. And also, I know why you went low, because you didn't want to bring your Santa over to the land. But you kind of want to slow yourself down. If you make the Santa go a little bit on the lower half of New Kid, it still slows down, it still goes around your New Kid, and it'll aggro over to the push. But in this situation, I would have gone Bar Brady, right? Because you don't have Psalm, you don't have Gunslinger, you don't have anything here that like it's not worth it to play 5-cost Santa to get a charge instantly from Space Warrior, right? So think about Santa plays. All right, let's go back. So here you are. Now, bro has Scuzz, and then he has Santa and Psalm. So this looks like a decent setup for the opponent, right? So you want to think about where you're spending your energy. Like that Santa is like, again, it's not doing much, right? You're about to have 2 Psalm charges here in a second, and you slowed yourself down even properly. Now the opponent has Gunslinger Kyle, and really it seems to me like you got more roto fucked than anything, because you didn't have Dar to be able to Dar your Leanne. Now you're still getting value here, but this play, it really stunts your momentum, right? Because look at how much, like, look, he's almost dead. And then here you actually gave him value as well with the monkey play. So this Santa Psalm combo with GSK is it's a lot of value for your opponent. Now he was smart too, and he also understood that if you land something and you have GSK, you want to buff the cock as well, right? There it is. It's chipping at you. So you see here, now you have your charging units, but you already used your Santa. And you still have WaRpTV sitting there doing nothing, right? So now, look at how far ahead he was on energy on you, bro. So here, hopefully you're able to hit Gunslinger Kyle's charge defensively here. Okay, you do reach it. You do hit it. The new kid takes the, yeah. Okay, okay. Do we stop it? Oh, and see, that's a lot of energy too. What did you have in your hand there? Let's go back just a little bit. Okay. So he just used the Nuit, right? So he's relatively safe. You're relatively safe throwing out Robin as soon as you can onto your Psalm. Robin takes care of that Space Warrior if you do it in time, right? You have to think about what you want to do. Bro, this is one of those weeks where you have to be extremely creative in how to kill stuff, right? Because you have Inuit as a removal, you have Lian and Dar as removals, like triple removals there. You have to think outside of the box and how to kill shit. That's why GSK New Kid buff is kind of like a big brain thing that people don't really think about. So there that is. Now here, it may have been worth it if he doesn't take it, and he does, right? Because you can't trust your new kid base damage to do anything, right? Now there, you probably had room. Actually, yeah, you do, because Dar can reach the new kid. So you probably could have darred your Psalm up here as far as possible, and then poisoned this Lian. And then actually your Dar, you may not have even needed the poison, because you could poison excuse me, yeah, you poison the Dar or the Lian, and Dar can finish it off, but you may not need poison. It just depends, right? If she can reach it or not. So here, what do you decide to do? You gotta give value, right? Yeah, you left it alone too long. Now here, we also want to take care of the support, right? Because the support is Dar and it's not Lian. So when you want quick damage for your energy, you want to make sure that you grab the supporting unit. Here, yeah, you don't get any value, and now you were late to actually stop the damage into your new kid. Now here again, you want to make sure that you target the support. So you didn't target the support twice, and you gave him 8 energy here to get sucked up by Lian, and that Dar is going to take the bar, right? Yeah, sure is. And you're not going to be able to reach it because he's going to get damaged. Yep. So now you have 50 seconds here into a new Scuzz rotation. Now here, I mean, you play in mid, which is fine. If you want, I mean, you have to sort of rush at this point. You have no choice. But is that Lian going to get hit enough to where you can Dar it downward? Because that's your direction, right? You don't want to go up, you want to go down, because you have way more room down here. So here you're forced to do some plays, right? And yeah, this is something we talked about too. If they haven't used the Nuit, they're just gonna counter your buffed Inuit with theirs, and they have the advantage. So here you were a little afraid to do that Dar, right? But you get it in. Now you were on the way. You were on the way to coming back. But what is that? 10 seconds? Yeah. You just ran out of time. So there was a lot of little things here to look out for in the future, bro. Honestly, this is just, I just chalked that up to experience, man. It's always good to understand why you lost and what you did and all of that. So this is good, man. This is not a waste. Okay. So I appreciate you submitting this to have me check it out. Hopefully it helped. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, a lot of little things there, bro. All right, bros. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't forget to submit your videos. Even if I don't make a video with your clips in it, we can still probably talk about it in the Discord. Guys, come on back over to the Discord. We have live matches happening. We have help threads. We have Team Wars review submission. Bro, we got all kinds of stuff over there. So head on over. Link in the description down below to the Discord. And guys, we'll catch you next time for the next video. All right, peace.